Welcome to My Opinion here on My Opinion TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And today we want to look at a story coming out of Spanish Town, St. Catherine, where a man's headless body was found in the Rio Cobre River. And then we want to follow up a little bit more on the Dog Paw situation based on some theories we've been hearing. First up, the St. Catherine North Police are reporting that the headless body of a man was fished from the Rio Cobre near Thompson in the parish on Monday. Reports are that the resident saw the body and alerted the police. It was subsequently retrieved. Further reports are that the body was said to be in an advanced state of decomposition. The hands were also bound. A post-mortem is to be conducted on the body at a later date. The body has not been identified. Now, we know Spanish Town don't believe that because a section of the Klansman gang is behind bars and going through an anti-gang trial at the minute, that it's all nice and dandy in and around Spanish Town. Persons are still out there doing wrongs. Persons are still out there doing criminality. Now, the Rio Cobre River runs behind Thompson Pen, Lauriston, Tredegar Park. Also, you can access the Rio Cobre River from Gordon Pen or even Eltham area. So, even though the body has been found in the Rio Cobre River, it doesn't necessarily mean somewhere strange this man could not be killed elsewhere and brought there. But we know the Rio Cobre River is a dumping ground for some members of these gangs and some of these criminals, because when they dump a body into the Rio Cobre River, and if there's a heavy flood or heavy rain, that body is washed away, never to be found again. So many persons have lost their lives and their family members haven't seen them body again based on the fact that it was dumped in the Rio Cobre River. And then here comes heavy rains and that body disappears and never to be found. The identity of the person has not been ascertained. We don't know what has happened, but clearly if the man's head has been removed, this doesn't seem to be something like a natural death. This, to me, based on how Spanish Town operates, it seems as if it's some gang activity, some persons who's involved in some gang, and gang members caught up on them, and now they're being beheaded and thrown in the Rio Cobre River for nobody to see them anymore. But we'll be following this. We'll be trying to get some more information as it relates to what might have happened or even the identity of the person. But as soon as we get that, we'll let you know. Now, the other story we want to follow up on. We know Dog Paw was taken out by the police, but there's a big question being asked around on social media, and I just want to touch it a little bit. Was Dog Paw murdered, or was Dog Paw really firing at the police when he lost his life? There are so many theories going on around. A lot of persons are saying, based on what they see of the vehicle, it would not suggest that there was a shootout between police and Dog Paw. Persons are saying, I don't know how some of them could hear what happened, because Indicom is asking persons to come and be a witness, and some of these persons who I see on social media talking about what was said between Dog Paw and the police. I implore you to go to Indicom and drop a statement if you think extrajudicial killing was involved in this situation. But let me put this out there. Even though criminals are going around killing people, the ideal objective is to get them, get witness, and put them behind bars. However, we know Jamaica is at this point. Nobody's going to come forward. Very few people will come forward and give information on a known criminal. Because the minute you decide to be a witness, your entire family lives will be disrupted. You will have to move from your location to somewhere else. Now, in this situation, persons are saying Dog Paw exited the car and then he was shot by the police. Now, persons are also asking, if it was a shootout, how comes this lady survived to a point where she even escaped and then afterwards giving up herself to the police? Persons are also speculating as it relates to the identity of the female. Persons are also saying it was a big setup between police and that female. Now, whoever that female is, her life is on scrutiny right now because persons are trying to figure out who it is. Now, to make matters even worse, after Paul was killed, after Dog Paw was killed, we see videos going around with his cronies stepping to the hills and firing shot 21 gun salute. Those firearms are not normal firearms, and we understand that the police has launched a probe into this because the police need these weapons off the street. You could see the caliber of the weapons that these guys were firing in the hills, and you could hear even the dog in the background. My word. But we hope the police and the Jamaica Defense Force will take set in that area. And those persons, even though you did not see their faces, persons in the communities know who they are. Because sometimes you don't have to see a person's face to know who they are. Their body structure tells you who they are. Well, Dog Paw is no longer in the land of the living. But this doesn't mean it's going to be peace and comfort in his area. They're going to be fight for leadership of his gang. And persons who feel that he was set up will be trying to avenge his death. I hope the Jamaica Constabulary Force is proactive and keep their ears on the ground and keep moving so that these men don't have any time to create any more mayhem. Dog Paw's death should be a meaning to the people of Augustown, Kintyre, Ellison Flats as a moment of peace. Peace should be restored. But we all know these areas will never happen because persons want to take over. They're fighting for extortion. Persons want to take over and show their powers. So they will be fighting just the same. But at least one known criminal is no longer with us. You can have your own theory as to whether he was murdered, whether he was killed in a shootout or not. But at the end of the day, he was no saint and he was taking people's lives. Well, let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. So as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. Until next time, look out for a neighbor, look out for a loved one. Look out for the children, and most of all, keep it locked on My Opinion TV.